I speak unto thee this day, and I say that you are living in a time when men and women are ever concerned with relationships. That is, they are concerned with their relationships that they have one with another in this life, and even many of those who have turned to perversion are looking for relationships. That is, they are looking for relationships whereby they imagine they are loved, whereby they imagine they are respected, and on it goes. And people will even go to counseling, to all manner of conferences in order to establish and develop relationships. But I say that it is all a pile of garbage before me, for they forget about me. That is, they forget about their relationship unto me, their relationship to eternity, their relationship to where it is that they will end. And I say all the while they are seeking for human relationships, and I say they are nothing but vanity before me. For I say, when I came, I showed what I thought of relationships that were not in me. That is, what I thought of those natural attachments, I say that I thought nothing at all. For I say it is imperative that a man be in right relationship with me and not any other being. For I say, if he is in right relationship unto me, then I say that I, the living God, will guide him in life. And I say, if a woman likewise will put her affection upon me, rather than a multitude of lovers, I say, so can she walk soberly in me. But I say, when men and women will seek to find their identity in human relationships, I say they are seeking for that which is shifting sand. For I say that a man may be madly in love with one woman one day and take off with a man the next. I say how stupid relationships are, for I say they mean nothing to me. That is, those things that are transitory, that are vanity, that men and women pour themselves out for in this life. I say that I, the living God, desire that men and women would be seeking to be in right relationship unto me. And I say, if it were so, there would be no perversion, for how could they do such a thing? For I say, if they were in right relationship with me, I say they would be sorely grieved at even the thought of perversion. I say, so it is that men have departed unto humanism, and I say in the process they have lost out with me. And I say, while they think they will have these great relationships, why is it that they cannot remain stable at all? That is, they are always looking for the perfect one, the perfect lover, the perfect mate, the perfect fantasy figure. And I say, while they are ever looking for that, they are neglecting me. I say, when men and women will base their lives on their relationships rather than me, I say they are built upon that which will shift as the sand. And I say they are built upon that which will cause them heartache over and over again. I say there are many who are nothing but perpetual relationship builders and relationship breakers. For I say they are in the perpetual treadmill of relationships, and I say the truth of it is they have nothing at all. I say this day that I, the living God, never intended that men would place so much emphasis on relationships with others while they are neglecting me. But I say, so it is in this wicked, perverse, and vile generation, and I, the living God, am sorely grieved in the same. Then you look again, and they put so much emphasis in the places that are meant to be mine upon the family, the family, the family. But I say that the family is deteriorated, disintegrated, and amounts to nothing at all. And I say it is because I, the living God, do put my wrath against their idols. And I say when they are worshiping those things above me, then I, the living God, do curse them in the same. For I say they are looking for relationship, they are looking for family unit, they are looking for everything other than me. Yet they claim they love me, they claim they serve me, but it is not true at all. For I say, if a man or a woman will serve me, they will know that their relationship to me is the most important thing in their lives. And I say they will seek to be pleasing me rather than other human beings, which mean nothing in eternity at all. For I say, if you have pleased a man or you have pleased a woman and you have failed to please me, I say that it amounts as nothing but your condemnation. For I say you have made that person or persons your idol or idols, and I say you have bowed unto the same. Now you consider the quandary that the land is in, the nation. I say they are ever looking for relationship. And I say even pastors are more concerned with their relationship with their members than their relationship unto me. Therefore I say they are not feeding my sheep with the strengthening bread of life, but I say they are feeding them rotted pottage, because that is what they demand. Now look at the relationship that comes from the same. I say it is not true, it is not lasting, it is not pure before me. And I say for all of their bowing down to the opinions of men, I say such pastors prove to be disasters. For I say they do not undergird my sheep in the truth that I desire them to be in. But I say instead they give them high-sounding phrases and catchy slogans that mean nothing, absolutely nothing at all. And I say while the relationship may be so jolly, I say it is nothing but the destruction of souls. I say this day stop and consider for all of the big talk about relationships, where is the endurance in the same? I say stop and consider how many are distorted, divorced, and distraught because of relationship. I say consider how foolish it is to pursue the course of relationship that is nothing but vanity, vexation, and stupidity of spirit. That is, when a man is made dull and dumb by the worship of an idol, for example, his lover, his wife, his partner, I say such a man is proven to be fruitless for me. For I say that he's gone in the way of idolatry, he's gone in the way of foolery, and I say that he is not worthy of me. That is, in the sense that he's taken up by the lovers of their gods and made them into his idols, and the same he bows unto. And I say that he's fearful to move out from me because of his relationships. I say so it is likewise with women. They are ultimately useless unto me because they are worshiping idols, other gods. That is, they are worshiping their mates, they are worshiping their children, they are worshiping fantasy figures, and I say it is no good to me. That is, they build up fabricated inventions in their minds as to these great men they think they will find. And I say all the while they only find emptiness, futility, and despair because it is imagination. Or elsewise they build their lives into their children. Then I say when their children do not pan out according to their estimation, I say they are grossly bitter and fruitless for me, their God. And all the while they claim they love me, but it is not me that they keep as the preeminent life. But I say they give themselves to a multitude of idols, and I say they are left desolate in the same. I say when you look at the land, when you look at the nation, where has all of their idolatry of relationship found them? I say that it's found them in a place whereby they are a grief unto me, and it is me, the living God, who has turned my wrath against them. That is, I have turned my wrath against their relationships. Why do you think they are so ugly, so perverse, so vile? Why do you think there are so many who end in broken marriages, broken relationships, and just heartbreak on every hand? I say it is because they have chosen the idolatry of relationship rather than me. Now stop and consider that I, the living God, have given the dictate, yet I say that men refuse to obey the same. And the dictate is they are meant to love me, to love me, to love me with all of their hearts, with all of their strength, with all of their life. That is, they are meant to pour out unto me rather than to human beings. I say they are meant to seek to be pleasing unto me rather than any other. I say this day if men and women would gird themselves with such truth, I say that they would not be under the bondage of fear that goes with relationships. That is, they would not be bound by the other person's likes and dislikes, but I say that they would be bound to pleasing me. That is, they would be able to come forth bearing much fruit because it is me that they love. Now stop and consider if I, the living God, do join men and women for my service, or if I even join others for my will, I say that is mine to do. But I say, when men and women will join themselves to that which is darkness, to that which is stupidity, I say they prove they are double fools. For I say they are looking unto the heathen to give them what they can never give. And I say they are looking to mere carnal flesh to provide what only comes through me. I say so often there is disappointment again and again and again because people look for what is found in me in human relationships. I say so it is even now when the emphasis throughout the land is relationship, not only on a personal level but on a broader spectrum. And look at how ugly it is that people are hating and fighting, backbiting and devouring and destroying on every hand. Where are their relationships? I say that I, the living God, have cursed the land, I have cursed the nation in the same, and I say they cannot get along with anybody. Because even on an international level, if you look at the nation, they are friends one day with someone and enemies the next. One day they are bringing millions of dollars of aid into the land. The next day they are murdering the same. And I say all the while it is because they cannot keep relationships. I say so it is if men would return unto me as the primary relationship, then I, the living God, would even out the other things. But I say because men are lopsided and idolatrous, I say they will never find peace in their relationships. For I say that I, the living God, am jealous, and when men and women will forsake me, then I say that I, the living God, will cause them trouble in all of their idolatrous schemes. For I say that I'm jealous over those who have said they love me, even over nations that have once been mine. And I say when men turn aside to other lovers, other gods, they are turning to their own sorrows. I say this day, if you look at the ugliness, if you look at the perversion, if you look at the hatred and the bitterness that are raging in the land, why is it so? I say it is because men and women have gotten ideals and standards that are not of me. That is, they have followed the way of the preeminence of man, of woman, of human relationship, and I say that the same will bring them sorrow. For I say they will find themselves ever suffering, ever empty, ever futile, because they are living on dreams and schemes that are not of me. I say this day that I, the living God, never called my people to be concerned with relationship to anything other than me. That is, in the sense that they make idols out of the same and therefore depart from me. But I say that I've called my people to love me, to serve me with all that they are. I say that I've called my people to be thankful for the privilege to be serving me. I say this day, be glad that I, the living God, do give thee the light upon thy path. I say that I give thee the strength if you put me as your first. That is, if it is me that you love and seek to please, and let me govern your relationships. But I say if you think you can abandon yourself to so-called love for another human being while you are neglecting me, oh, how cursed you shall be. For I say you have taken up that which kindles my jealousy, my wrath against thee. I say if you consider how many are divorced, how many are distraught, how many are disturbed and in continual despair, I say it is because of their idolatry of relationships. I say, why don't you stop it, cease from such fantasy, and come forth in me. For I say, if men throughout the nation would return to me as their first love, then I say stability would return. And I say, if women likewise would pour their adoration unto me, I say that I, the living God, could guide them forth. But I say you are living in a time when multitudes are full of mental disturbance. I say they are ever distraught, they are ever in despair and depression. I say they behave themselves as fools. And I say they go in the same cycle year after year, only growing older and colder and uglier in the process. And I say they gain nothing from it all except their own condemnation. I say this day that it is me, the living God, who does desire and require that men return to me once again. That is, that they sober up from their drunken spree of relationships and return to right relationship with me. For I say it is me, the living God, who is the life, the strength, the truth, and the anchor of men's souls. And it is me, the living God, who is the stability that they are so desperately needy of in this wayward generation. I say that the problem of perversion would never be what it is if men would maintain right relationship with me. That is, not religious hypocrisy and pretension, but walking in the fear of me day by day. That is, coming into the standard that I require and desire of my own, as men and women are living and loving in the fear of me. That is, they are seeking to please me and me alone as the ultimate in their lives. I say this day that I, the living God, have settled the standard many centuries ago, and I say the standard remains, that my own people are meant to love me and serve me and give their lives for me with all that they have. That is, they are not to be so overly concerned with relationships in the carnal realm, but rather their relationship unto me. For I say it is me and me alone that will give them eternal life, and it is me they are meant to spend their lives seeking to please. I say this day, be thankful for the privilege to have relationship unto me, and be thankful that you can indeed guard that relationship, because it is imperative that you keep the same, lest you be found under my wrath, my fury, my indignation, as my jealousy is burning hot in this wicked generation.